moving up the ladder to national because we don't have resources, but to ensure that they actually come without the suffering that they have been undergoing through because of lack of resources and reliance on well-wishers. So that is a discussion and is a review that is ongoing, and perhaps towards the analysis that I indicated on the numbers, etc. Once we are able to have the correct numbers, we might be able then to place a budget that is sufficient to cover for these particular activities in a manner that the ministry will take full control of all activities to avoid a situation where the students or the head teachers are required to get support from other individuals to support. Mr. Speaker, as we head to that is what we are doing as we head to the next competition, because I know that issue arose here and I was called, I was away, but we managed to move to Meru with the PS at that point, and we managed to get some resources from the sports fund to support the students that were there so that we could complete those activities well without the students suffering. There were 140,000 students undertaking that activity in Meru that time. So it is a huge enterprise that requires very serious resources to be able to be undertaken. On the question of hardship areas, it is exactly what I had indicated earlier, that up to date, the hardship areas are gazetted by the Ministry of Public Service, but there are situations, as I indicated, that you'd find officers, for example, in the civil service, getting paid in the same building, getting paid hardship allowance, and another officer, either a teacher or a TVET teacher, not getting. So this is the rationalization and the review that we indicated is being undertaken through the PCS's office so that we can have a rationalized and an acceptable status for areas that are hardship, so that if it's hardship area for civil servant X, it should be a hardship area for a teacher who is working there, it should be a hardship area for a nurse who is working there, so that because it is the same criteria that is used. So that rationalization is being done, and it will be sorted out. On the question of funding of these activities, it's what we are working on, but I would like to inform the House that for activities, co-curricular activities, both at the national and the regional level, that is the East African area, these activities are actually fully funded by the ministry through the sports fund. We work with the Ministry of Youth to get that fund, but this year there was a bit of a challenge because we had the Chan festival that was taking place, so the resources were a bit tight. But that activity in both national and regional is fully funded by the ministry and by the government. It's the members or the students or the schools that qualify are not required to contribute anything to that activity. Those resources are available. And I think I've covered the question of Butula, the Honorable Yula and Raso as well, because it was, I think, the same thing. The responsibility will continue remaining for those places for the ministry. The issue of the venues, the centralization of venues, the regulations require that the venues for national activities are rotated annually so that activities go to various places, and because of that, we are forced to transport people, transport the children and the officials from one region to another so that the host can benefit from those activities that are undertaken by those competitions that are national in nature. Mr. Speaker, on the question of the letter that you refer to, this is with respect to the First Lady's Mazingira Awards, which is actually fully funded. And transport is provided to each region, and the teacher coordinating the activities would be in the know of what is supposed to happen in that space. So once the letter goes, the activity is fully funded for that space. We do not, so that is the information we have, but should there be a situation where that was not the position, because it's a specific question, Mr. Speaker, I would request that I get more time to get the details for it and submit an answer, a written answer through the Education Committee.
Proceed. Honorable Speaker, And as we said earlier, it seems the cabinet secretary is under